Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Phil's Recap and Review. This is The Walking Dead, Season 11, Episode 13, Warlords. And I can't wait. I can't hold back my excitement, and I can't wait to talk to all of you about this episode. I'm reading all over the place. I'm seeing articles. I'm seeing news stories. I'm listening to reviews. People are saying that this is the comeback episode of The Walking Dead. This is when things are really starting to pay off. We're starting to get delivery of all the checks. People are cashing the checks that were written, but more importantly, he's back. He's finally back. Our hero from time. I mean, not Joe's not back. You know who's back? The one and only Negan.
I thought he made it out, Phil. I thought he got out.
Did you think we made it out? Did we make it out of this place okay? We had another episode of The Walking Dead tonight. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. Of course, I'm joined by Joe Dirty Locks, my co-host tonight. And, of course, you guys in the live Mothermind chat. Please share your thoughts about this episode of The Walking Dead and any other topics you may want to throw out there here and there. But we're going to talk about this episode of The Walking Dead. I do have a dog friend that I'm watching that sometimes gets very invested in the show itself too, so dog may decide that we've talked enough about The Walking Dead at some point in time. Joe might be sending psychic
dog yeah, boy.
Dog, come play, stop this shit.
I can't whistle anymore because my belt's palsy. It really sucks. I used to love whistling. Remember how much I used to whistle?
You a loud whistler too, like really loud, really goddamn loud whistler. But this was an episode of The Walking Dead.
Still do that, but yeah.
It is back, but Negan is back in a culmination of a lot of storylines. This exploded our main Commonwealth story. I can't keep this up. Joe, what did you think about this episode of The Walking Dead? Did you enjoy this? Was this a little bit better? I will say a couple things before I get you started and we get through this episode and we bring in the chat. If you guys want to share your thoughts, you can call on in at 781-990-8509 or share your thoughts in the chat. I will say that somebody watched our reviews or watched the response to the Gabriel Aaron episode from last season, that the two of them are good together. They're good in scenes together. I'll die on that. I'll die on that tree. When they act together, there was like one or two moments in this episode when the two of them like share a scene interacting together. The two actors have actual acting chemistry. Yeah, they have acting chemistry on screen, and it makes scenes with the two of them not horrible to watch. This is what I would say. This is my review of this episode. This was not horrible. This was okay. There had a couple of moments in this episode where they subverted my Walking Dead expectations. It did not bore the living fuck out of me. But Joe, shut up. Joe's sitting back. He's waiting. He's locking his barrels. I don't know. I can't read Joe tonight. I can't tell if he actually liked this episode because he's been rather tight-lipped in our pre-show. But I didn't hate everything in this episode. I did think it was extremely cliche. We have like a Jack Bauer kind of character that pops in, the dude from Ozark. I think he's the guy from Ozark, the Fred from season 1 of Ozark, which in a very comically unbelievable character. That every time a new character's brought in, they're just ridiculously silly and they're tough to kind of take as real human people. But I think this episode did set up at least a little interesting drama now that this happened. Obviously, Gabriel and Aaron can't go back to the Commonwealth anymore. And Rosita, who's Gabriel's wife, is a cop, is one of the stormtroopers. So we can kind of see where they're heading towards with that Maggie flashback scene. But from the beginning of the series, but that's part of the problem.
Maggie flashbacks. Yeah.
The beginning of this season started, or the end of last season started, with that flash forward where Daryl was in the stormtrooper.
Okay, right.
So, but why are we doing the altered time frame? Like, why did they show things out of order in this episode? Was it really for any reason, or did they just do it because they wanted to smell their own farts a little bit with that?
Smell their own farts there a little bit. There was no reason for it whatsoever. It was just to make it fun.
Yeah. And were you having fun?
It was because they could make it a little bit more. They took the suspenseful parts and then like worked backwards from them. Right?
Yes.
Like, so I don't know.
Do you applaud
they were allowed to start with a bang that way?
Do you applaud them for at least trying to do something different and interesting in these episodes?
Well, so
Yeah, Joe, what were your thoughts? And for the last 2 episodes,
Interesting and different. Interesting and different. Like, all right, you're right, Phil. Let me start with this. You are right, Phil. Gabriel and Aaron, which I thought, did he get killed?
You keep thinking no. Now you just shut up. Now you're just trolling me. Now you're just trolling me, you asshole.
But anyway. So this Aaron guy and Gabriel, they are good at playing with each other. They have great chemistry. You're right about that. The episode itself, I didn't necessarily mind the action. It was better than their fight with the Maggie fight a couple episodes ago.
Right, you missed last week. You missed last week too, which was not a great episode.
Well, I watched it. I obviously over the week, but no, it wasn't. Bitch has manicured toes. Sorry, I gotta, no, I can't stay here.
So Joe, we have people in the live chat. We gotta say hi to Atari Dad. Great to see you. Jay, I've missed 3 episodes and I'm not sad. Meh, it was a decent episode, but I kind of feel like I'm praising it.
Manicured. Sorry.
Atari Dad says, meh, it was a decent episode, but I kind of feel like I'm praising a kid for bringing home like a C- B+. Yeah.
And that's how I kind of feel. This wasn't like a hit it out of the park. Oh my God, The Walking Dead. The perfect, well said, Atari Dad, because it's exactly how I feel. I feel like, did I watch good television tonight, or did I watch did I get that Ritz cracker in the
the Eddie Murphy
eating only saltines?
Have you been starving? Yeah, and they just throw you. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it was a not horrible episode, and it makes you think that if they narrow down, and again, this is just pie in the sky, what if, stupid thinking. If they had narrowed down this cast to the characters that actually matter, not constantly introducing caricatures,
a whole new group. And this other caricature of the CIA.
It reminds me of Glee, when they brought in like the new kids on Glee after the old kids were there, and all the old kids were either going on to the next thing, and they bring in Ryder, and they bring in all these people that you just don't care. Every character in The Walking Dead that's been introduced since like Tyrese and that group has been like
more annoying than anything else.
Yeah, the new kids on Glee that you just don't care about. Not that you care about everyone on Glee,
that we're now forced to care about.
Yes,
right. Like, because they're going to be your new character. Everybody. Get used to it now.
That's how this episode, Joe. That's how this episode started with Lydia and Elijah. Which, God bless them, both those kids are decent actors.
Yeah.
And
any of them.
Joe, weird thing about Elijah that I never placed before, but I read an article about it, so it was like an aha moment. We've watched Elijah in something else, and we love him in that. And it's so funny how like it's not the actor's fault because Elijah just seems like a caricature on the show, but he's actually in a show that we've watched, we've reviewed, and we love. And he is the kid that's the brother of Kenny
and
Cobra Kai.
And Cobra Kai, right?
Yeah, the kid.
The shirt that I have a shirt, right? Cobra Kai.
Yep. And so
in jail. That fought. Yep. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing about what you're saying with these characters. You don't care about any of them. It's never really been the acting or the actor's fault with this show. It's the writing. And you brought Aaron, good guy Aaron, out, and Gabriel, who just joined this community. I don't know if they've been there for a couple months now or whatever it is, but still, no, this plan sucks. I'm not going in. Yes, you are, because I said so. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, what?
No, they were actually.
No, I said no.
Joe, they were actually smart. Yeah, they were actually smart for a second. It's just like, no.
For like half a second, then they got bullied. They got peer pressured. I don't know what the fuck they got.
The stupid plot had to dictate that that's what they needed to do. Let's catch up with the chat a little bit. Chalkboy, I missed 4 seasons of Fear the Walking Dead. I don't care. Lizard, hello all. I like this episode, but it was 50% commercials. I will also say a B-. Chalkboy says, this was similar to the episode in Atlanta that involved the gang members and guns. We got the wonderful, amazing DJ.
Yeah, it was similar to that. It's similar to every time we run into a group. Like, the guy started off, look at all my heads, all governor-y and
dude,
warlord-y.
We're just getting into it.
Police rapey. and like every other like
Whoa, that was like a stooge.
Fucking kidding me? Like, what? The Walking Dead is back. Yes, back to the same shit it's done. Oh, but we get a little twist. Our dude is crazy. He's not just got like a big mouth and a little weird. Like, oh look, he's old ex-CIA. Like what?
Oh yeah, he's Jack fucking
and why
Bauer.
would you? I'm retired. Oh, but you could lose everything you had. Okay, like and then he threatens this dude. Why would this guy threaten him? He went full straight Ned Stark. Like, let me make a threat now instead of just like, okay, I'll do what you said. I don't want to. I'm sorry. You're right. I don't want to lose
that
everything.
scene.
And then go back later that night and just kill this fucker because this guy obviously means nothing. I haven't talked to you in 4 fucking years or whatever it is. Who gives a shit? Just go fucking kill him. And then you don't have to go deal with his fucking bullshit mess up. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Like honestly, it was pretty fucking stupid. You just the guy that you need to go in and surgically do all this ninja assassin bullshit or whatever the fuck, who's obviously got a fucking screw loose and maybe you make a threat towards this guy. This is the guy you decide to threaten with taking away all his earthly goods in your Commonwealth. This is the guy that comes in and kills you for that because you made that threat once. Now you just might follow through on it because what the fuck? Why not? Why not? I'm going to have to show this CIA guy who's boss. I can't just make that threat. I'm going to have to do something to fuck
You're
with
talking
him now.
about you're talking about Lance. He's horrible. He's
like kill that guy. Like knife to the back of the fucking head.
Old school
like,
knife to the
kidding me?
Casey
Like,
Casey Randy in the live chat says, what a glowing review from Joe. I like the Ruben Blades character. We'll get into him in a second.
Horrible fucking writing. They should all be fired. Nobody should ever give any one of these writers another job in Hollywood. Or whoever it was that keeps throwing out their good ideas and putting fucking trash in needs to be fucking fired. And fired again. And then fired from the job that they don't even have yet.
So we know how Joe feels about this episode. We're gonna get into this more soon. We got AK in the live.
But the episode wasn't bad.
No, it was okay. So I want to send some love out.
Completely fucking disgusted.
I want to send some love out to, wasn't completely disgusted. Wow, that's an improvement. AK, we love you. Glad that you're out of the hospital and doing better, and hopefully we can make you smile a little bit talking about this episode tonight. But lots of love to the amazing, wonderful AK. Watch in the live motherfucking chat. Atari Dad, one thing I will say is that this new actor seems to know the kind of show he's on, that he should be like a silly character, meaning our Jack Bauer, Bizarro Jack Bauer.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah. I mean, you can't argue with that.
No, it helps. It helps. And that's one thing I preach a lot.
And that's what yes, you have.
Yeah, I would preach that a lot. So, DJ, all I know is they better bring back Rick before the end. Definitely fart, says Casey. I saw an interview with the Pope guy from earlier this season. The dude was totally cool. He thought his role was the best thing ever, and he should have his own spinoff. Of course he does. The guy that played Pope earlier. We zipped through some of these comments. Pope was the freaking Von Kaiser, the Von Kaiser enemy with the group last season, the end of last season group. Like, your guys, I'm gonna get you, Daryl. Like that dude.
The Daryl's girlfriend there?
Yeah, Daryl's girlfriend.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's Pope. See how fucking memorable that dude? Oh, fucking Christ.
They're not
stupid.
It's
I can't even keep the same. It's all the bad guys are the same fucking bad guy in this. How do you...
No, and tonight it was actually funny. They just brought it in almost like when Shredder becomes a passive enemy to the Ninja Turtles because they've beat him so many times. We just see like the same kind of villain with the guy with the skulls. And they're just like, oh, this kind of guy again.
On purpose. Yeah, they did that. Like, I think that goes so back to what this new actor seems to know, and they made him kind of a little bit clowny, comical. The big bad guy, our warlord, also.
But Joe, he
very much took that same route as far as I'm concerned. And so when I say like, yeah, this, I think they were. I want to hope anyway, right? Like as I was watching it, I felt that same way that you guys were just talking about with this actor, and how one of the things that Phil's been saying all along, if it kind of went that campy route and did a little bit more of the Z Nation thing, to which my response is always, watch Z Nation because it's really good, because they do that really well. Walking Dead has, with those two characters in this episode, seemingly embraced that and made fun of themselves a little bit with their villain guy in that vein. It seemed to me.
I gotta hope they were,
and I kind of liked it.
I gotta hope they were, because it seemed like they were just doing. Oh, it's the Shredder this week. We get AK New Kids on Glee. Me too. I feel like they should have had the strength to end the series at that point and do a spin-off with the kids in New York that wanted to go on and tail it down. I think that did end it. Wait, the Elijah actor is actually a kid. Okay, that makes sense. As you know, I'm a Glee head. Most of my fan fiction universe stuff. We could talk about Glee.
What they should have done with Glee is take the kids that graduated, move them to New York, and then made it Fame.
Made a spinoff, yeah, or putting on the Ritz or something.
It could. Well, Fame is like, it's that, right?
It's gonna live forever, Joe. Yeah, it's gonna live. Tracy G. Now I like this episode, but the next one's gonna blow blow us back to trash. And that's the thing, Tracy, that we're being. I'm not even gonna say cautiously optimistic. The review is this episode wasn't 100% trash like the rest of the season's been for me. For me, it's been the first episode was, I know you don't feel that way. The first episode was the best for me of the season. This is a close second. Worst is the Eugene episode a couple episodes ago. That episode was tough to get through. Really slow.
They have all, okay, for me, they have all been increasingly tough to get through. This one is the dip in that increasing arc of toughness.
Yeah, and that's probably mainly because of, for me anyways, for Gabriel and Aaron, and I thought they pulled it off. I thought having Jeffrey D. Morgan back on the show adds something, regardless of what you think of the Negan character. Just seeing him on screen, even though a lot of what was happening with him and his group didn't make sense, because they're not showing us how much time has passed. So in all this time, they made us. This is exactly what I'm talking about with The Walking Dead, trying to make you care about characters you don't know. They bring in Negan's girlfriend, and she starts talking to the camera and giving a speech, giving like a monologue about believing in yourself, like an Aunt May, with great power.
Like a Maggie speech or a Rick speech.
Right, like she's a main character speech without introducing and getting to know the character. It was just like, here is some exposition about me. Right now, I'm a deep person with a big brain, and I trust Negan. And here we go. We're a team now. Deal with it. And that's how every character that's been introduced in the last 5 years of The Walking Dead has gone.
I'm with so-and-so and have been forever, and they love me, so you will too.
So here I am, and you might know me, and I don't know with this character, or you might know me from the comics, so that's enough backstory for me. So here you go, and I'm Jesus. Look at me do ninja moves. That's all I'm going to do. I mean, that's basically what they do, and we got it again. And we got it again tonight, like big time with because obviously she's going to be a character in. You weren't here for last week, Joe. I think I still have this. Where's my screenshot? Give me a second here. With the new. Sorry, I'll go on in a second. There's going to be a spinoff. They announced. They had
Maggie and Negan in New York.
Right, which I think some of these characters that we're seeing with Negan is a backdoor pilot kind of thing, where these are going to be some of the characters
that make the trip to New York with Maggie and Negan because they don't want to be involved in the Commonwealth bullshit.
Exactly. So I think that character that was Negan's number one, and maybe Negan was her number one, whatever. They were just like, "Hi, I'm Richie Cunningham's cousin, and I'm going off to hang out with Laverne and Shirley. I'll see you guys next time on my own show." It seemed like backdoor pilot-y to me. With Jeffrey D. Morgan saying that this new series that he's going to be on is going to change the definition of The Walking Dead altogether. But Tracy, I agree with you. The episode these final 3 episodes are going to lead down to something that I'd be surprised if they successfully do. Lizard says, personal observation, season 7 has a religion preacher with Leah. This group has a religious leader. I think because they're trying to amp up the level of importance and fucked upness and showing how this is going back to like the Stone Age of developments of people where everyone's looking for something to believe in. So it's easy to manipulate masses like that in the way that it was used before. And I think that's why you're seeing more of that come in. And one thing I don't hate, they're showing all of these in very cult leadery kind of ways, which is interesting. Negan's girlfriend has a notable perm.
I'm sorry. Like
a perm in the apocalypse, says Ahmed.
I'm going fucking straight nomad style, dude. You go live out. I'm Daryl in it.
Yeah.
Pre-fucking Commonwealth Daryl in it. I'm Rick's Gone Daryl in it. I'm Daryl in it when he was 12, just like lost in the woods,
hiding from Merle. Atari says last week was rough. At least this episode had mystery to it, kept you distracted from the bad writing. I agree with Atari Dad, where your kid has brought you. Whoa. Oh, sorry. There's a giant dog behind me. I didn't hear it. I feel like there's so much more to Negan's story, says DJ Better. I feel like he will go on. He will be the last remaining surviving character when all of this is over. We'll still be getting Jeffrey D. Morgan as Negan shorts and
Daryl.
You think Daryl and I'm surprised they didn't,
because he's the one guy not from any of the story material, so you can like do whatever with him.
That's true. And he also it's not like Jeffrey D. Morgan will do other things. Norman Reedus has this and what do you call it?
The Biker Show. The
Biker Show. And if they do a third Boondock Saints movie, yeah. Other than that, who's hiring friggin' Norman?
I don't know, video game people.
Yeah, it's true for voices in video games. But I mean like a big iconic television character kind of thing. Say what you want about season 8 of Game of Thrones, but I couldn't pick 90% of these characters out of a lineup. Exactly, Corey Mitchell. Say what you want about the final season and the trash that we got to with some of the disastrous choices of that. It is Xanadu of television compared to the level of The Walking Dead.
If you lined them all up, and everybody that's had a single word on screen from The Walking Dead and this season and put them up, I would not be able to tell you a name of anybody but our core group of people that have been on the show for multiple seasons.
The only reason,
seriously, I'd be like, red shirt 1, red shirt 2, red shirt 3, red shirt 4. Oh wait, red shirt 6.
It was.
No, that's red shirt 6. This is
no. You're talking about Aaron again. He's still. He's still alive, Joe. Come on.
Who was that guy? Serious, man. Watch that scene again. It's Aaron. They fuck up. They kill him, and then they don't.
Hey, we got Tony Pajamas in the live chat. Hello. Hey, Joe and Phil. Happy to catch the stream. This was the best episode of this horrible season. Vol Spirit says, hello. Oh, my God. There's 7 seasons now. But yes, I think that is the best way of saying it. This was the best episode of the season in not the best half of the season. We have 3 more episodes to go, Joe. I know what you said was it's not that you're optimistic, but this wasn't as horrible as the stuff. This surprised you in some way that it didn't progressively get worse like you thought the last series of this season has gone. Can they, we're at the point that they leave it off at the end of this episode at a decent enough point, which has some sort of excitement to see that this guy that seems like an insurmountable Jack Bowery, like it's going to somehow lose his power between episodes. And now our guys are going to be able to dominate him, even though we saw him like break necks and do flips. But in this next episode, he's going to be like really stupid. But anyways, at the end of this episode, everything that we led up to in these final 3 episodes for this season, this is what I keep asking you all the time. Can they do something to get you invested? Can they lead up to...
No, because right now, now it's 2 factions of people warring that I don't give a shit about. And maybe Daryl and some are on one side and other members of our group are on the other. But ultimately, still, like, I don't care because the 2 groups I know nothing about, don't give 2 shits about. They've already set up the Commonwealth to be bad guys, so we kind of don't care about the bulk of the Commonwealth. And they kind of set up this church people like this church group in this building to be kind of fucking assholey bad guyish too. And
Except now
I guess
Negan.
trying to turn that around, but even still, like, just don't care about any of them. Who cares about any of them? What the
How
fuck?
about if our savior rolls into town? Oh, this is Rick Grimes. And Rick Grimes rolls into town at the end of this season to show into our final 8 episodes when it comes back that he'll be a main character in the final 8 episodes. Rick Grimes shows up at the very end. Does that get you talking and excited about the last stretch of The Walking Dead? No.
No, you gotta don't forget the show was like steadily still going downhill when he was on it to begin with. It's why he left it.
No, he left.
Right?
He left to do other projects, Joe.
To do what? To do what? How many other projects have you seen this
theater? Theater. You want to do theater?
Yeah.
You want to do
Right?
theater?
Come on now. Like
Joe, theater.
Like, yeah, okay, maybe he's doing shit in Europe and England or whatever, or theater, or just getting back to his family, or whatever the fucking case is. I don't care. He got out. Stay the fuck out. Stay the fuck away. If they give you movie deals, take them. Once the first one tanks, you ain't getting. They're not going to make the second one, like, because nobody's going to see the first one. It's going to be straight to fucking TV. If it goes to a theater, you're fucked.
Captain Crunch, hoping that happens. But Joe, do you know what you do care about? Recap.
Oh, we haven't even started that yet.
But in fairness, I've changed the recap format in the sense that I'm not
doing shit.
I'm not taking notes. So I do have to give credit where credit is due to post-apocalypticmedia.com for their breakdown of the episode. And I'm reading off their breakdown of said episode. So thank you for that.
So if there are any 4-syllable words that come out of his mouth,
it's not me.
Exactly where you got it.
Yeah, it's not me. It's not me. I'm not coming up with any of these individual thoughts. If there's a sense of praise to this, it's Joe wrote this for me. I'll say.
Joe wrote this. Yeah.
Yes. Atari Dead. Yes, he's in the Royal Shakespeare Company. That's what Rick Grimes is doing. Yeah, he's
doing what? The Royal Shakespeare Company.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Because he can't wash the blood of the Walking Dead off his
thou ass.
Out, dead
spot. I wash thee of my days.
2 knife to the back of the head, or not.
Walking David, if you're listening to this, we request a voicemail for the next show of
a full scene
of Rick Grimes doing some Shakespeare.
We got to come up with the right Shakespeare character for him.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. We'll talk. Make a creative choice, David. Make a creative choice. Give us a few line reads. No, I'm kidding.
Rick Grimes as Othello.
Yeah, that would be good too. Okay, to me, zombie apocalypses are fun in the beginning, but it also becomes boring after the initial mayhem. Unprepared people. Season 11 is way too much. Corey Mitchell, 95% of these characters, when Rick shows up, are gonna be like, oh, who that?
Who that? Right, exactly. He's been off for 5 years now? How long has he been off for? 3 seasons, 4 seasons?
I don't know. It seems like
5 seasons,
Joe.
Something like that.
Joe, doesn't it seem like a lifetime ago?
It really does. No, he's been season 8.
My beard was brown back then, I think.
At some point, by the time these movies come out, the current fan age is either going to be only the people that watched it throughout, like us assholes,
idiots,
or kids who don't know any better from good TV, and they're going to be like, who's this Rick? Who's this Rick Grimes dude?
Oh yeah, who's he?
I didn't watch the first. Oh,
it's years. Judith's dad. He must really not have loved her if he's been away for this long. Jeez. Okay. Isn't a show that is usually on for this long, right? That has spin-offs. Isn't it usually already in reruns, syndicated throughout somewhere? On some other, WB should be running this shit at
8 o'clock on a Thursday or something.
I think The Walking Dead is syndicated in a few places, but don't quote me on that. Or I think there's like a Walking Dead channel on some of those free TV services that you can get on.
Okay, yeah,
on the Roku
that's
or
not
something.
exactly the same, but like, like nobody even wants to pick it up. Nobody's running the shit. It's been on for 11 years. Like, it's about 5 years past rerun territory, and still nobody's fucking picked it up. Streaming services are like, nah, we're not even gonna put it on Netflix for people.
No one cares about that one. All the Walking Dead shows are pulling in decent numbers for a cable show. They're still making money off it.
Oh, that's true. It's true.
It is.
It is true.
No, and people, there's still
it's just not the smash hit.
No, it's a niche audience in the way that everything is, in the way that there's an audience for everything, and
they settled in and got their audience.
Right, and there's people that tune in. It's one of the few last networky television full dramas that people watch that isn't on a streaming platform or something. So it is interesting that they've maintained this audience for this long. We make fun of it. We have some fun with it, but it does.
Ultimately, we're still fucking here.
Yeah, we're still here. We're still talking about it, and they still have, a large.
There's still a
base.
show afterwards dedicated to it. Like, Sunday night is big fucking TV night. That shit ends at 10 o'clock. That's still a lot of people watching television.
Dude, the show has gone off the air, or has announced its final season, and it's going off the air, and they have 3 or 4 spin-offs coming in the near future, and some movies. It's just ridiculous.
And 2 already running. Spin-offs already running. Like, it's a franchise. AMC knows the business end.
And as Brainius Balky says, it's still going.
But they just
yeah, exactly. The episode jumps around quite a bit. It starts out from the hilltop point of view as a stranger rides up to the gate on horseback. The man is badly injured from gunshots, wounds.
Oh, first we have flirty.
Oh yes, we start off with Lydia and Elijah, two characters.
Why did I do that?
Oh, you look so pretty right here. Oh, why are you leaving? Can we go off together?
Why did I do that?
Oh. Because, and this is how the Walking Dead romances work. Now that we've seen them talk, we're gonna.
Someone's going, ah!
No. Yeah, eventually, yes, Joe, I agree with you. But what I mean is, the next time we see them, not the next time we see them, but next time we do a quick time jump, they're gonna be a couple. They don't like to show the Walking Dead actual character progression. They like to fast forward time and then tell you what happened, or just like be like, now we're married.
And now Maggie doesn't live here anymore and hates everybody in the group.
Exactly. They don't
now Maggie's just gone.
They don't like to show you how Negan ingrained himself in the group because they want to do bottle episodes where they can do flashbacks later. And it's all very predictable now in the way it depicts, but it creates scenes like this with the romance aspect of the two of them, that's all they need to tell us that these two and this is what Angela Kang says in her description of the episode. She's telling you these two characters have chemistry, so something could happen in the future, maybe. And it's just so stupid because basically it's just, this is all we need to do to say that characters have chemistry is put them in a scene together. And it's like, who the hell are those characters? We don't care.
Dies? That's what I want to know.
Elijah, because he's going to be a main character in Cobra Kai next year.
Snap!
He's running off this. He's running off this dumpster fire, and he's going to the teachings of Terry Silver.
And nobody wants Lydia for anything.
No.
Walking Dead gets rid of tween.
No.
Tween girls, like nobody's business.
No, so. we're gonna see all these Walking Dead actors on a celebrity reality show in 15 years. They're all on Dances with the Stars in the next few years, and that's their big gigs after this one. They have to wash that Walking Dead off them for a while.
The Masked Singer.
Brainius says the dead have long rotted. It's the smell. It doesn't work. Also, because everyone asked this every so often, France started the zombie apocalypse in that canon. So the man shows up. He's badly injured from a gunshot, and he's our carry-through thing for the episode. The stranger, we see him in every timeline for some reason. This character becomes important. They just So he rides up to the gate on horseback, shot. He's injured. Lydia is able to get a few words out of him before he passes. He talks about the devils and the liars and tells her that she has to save the others. So, of course, Lydia and Elijah set off to see what they could do. Maggie reluctantly joins as well. Lydia and Maggie have a conversation in the truck on the way there, revealing Maggie's hesitation to help the Commonwealth, where she talks about Herschel. She talks about how
she got all soured on it all.
Yes, because her dad told her not to sell the farm because because you don't sell the farm to the big business and make money and drama.
Here's the thing. These two kids are looking at it like, what does it matter if we go there and get told what to do by somebody in charge, or stay here and you tell us what to do, Maggie, because you're in charge. You don't want to go because you're going to lose your power. And she's like, kind of like, she just basically goes, yeah, no shit.
Basically.
I don't want to be beholden upon strangers I don't know and caught up in the shit that you're about to see.
Yeah. And I appreciate that. Again,
but when does that work out for her? She's been living this life for how long? And she hasn't had a fucking more than like a year of peace before like she's at war with some other fucking faction or some shit. Like bullshit, Maggie. You either need to be of the I am staying away from all people and going to live in the woods alone with my child and maybe one other person, as a just in case, because my child or I could get hurt really bad, or going to live with as many people as fucking possible.
Yeah. And that seems like to have as much of a cushion when shit goes down, not say these people have never dealt with any challenges and then just showing your own biases.
Right. Because when it comes down to it, you just fucking run.
Yep. And she's made the decision ultimately for everyone, knowing that most people are going to follow her. And by that definition, she does. And she acts surprised when other people leave.
Because she likes the power.
The power trip. Maggie's in charge. Yes, Jesse, Maggie is in charge. Is Alexandria still a thing? Alexandria is still a thing. It's being rebuilt off screen in between episodes. We're getting lots of stuff happening that we just never see.
Jesse, great point. Wait, Maggie's in charge? Yeah. She comes back out of nowhere. She's like, give me some of my people and some of your people and we'll go get food. And then like 4 people show back up and they're like, we got the food. Everybody else is dead. I'm in charge now.
Yep.
And everybody at the hilltop is like, yeah. Remember when she left 5 years ago? Put her back in charge.
Seniority. Seniority.
And all these people are like, wait, what? Fuck that. I'm going to the Commonwealth. She just walks back in and is like, I'm in charge. Like,
Joe.
Two of her most loyal people walked up to her last episode and were like, peace, bitch. I ain't down for hard work. I want some of that ice cream they talking about.
Yeah, they have ice cream. We have a voicemail from Jay, I think. Let's listen to it.
I think Netflix does carry Walking Dead episodes, or at least it did at one point, and I think I've seen it on like CW and like other like smaller like networks like WB like I think I've seen it on like local networks of mine. So maybe you guys don't see it in Boston or whatever. And
no, I don't think we do.
You're probably not looking for it either, too. I actually think it is syndicated, and I'm not even like I guess me and Joe are cool, but I'm not like good friends with him like you are, Phil. And even I know that Joe's not gonna have hope for the show at any given point. Why do you keep asking that question? Like,
because
I don't have hope that Joe will have hope for the show.
Okay. Here's the thing, Jay. We are so totally cool. I love you, bro. No matter whatever has been said, however we argue about television, I love it. I
think he was saying it more as a way of saying, why am I stupidly trying to bash my dick against the wall to try to get you to answer
yell at the camera. That's fine.
No.
And fair enough. It very well may be, and I probably have seen it on a couple of different places streaming and ignored it more than just AMC Plus. And also I am definitely not looking for it. So if it is streaming on other channels, I just have scrolled by
Joe,
and it's
in
blank
fairness,
in my mind.
it's not just that I want to try to make you yell. It's that I want to find a path to a point where we can enjoy the final couple of episodes of The Walking Dead and they deliver us something good. So I'm wondering if there's anything that they could possibly do to win you back. If we get another episode next week that is a little bit better than this one, and then
Listen, I ain't gonna throw anything out the window. There is okay, here we go. We have seen
Remember Sons of Anarchy, how it got crappy, then it got crappier, and then it kind of got good again.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did. It kind of got good again for a minute.
When Gemma was singing for 20 minutes an episode?
Oh, that's every season. That's every fucking season.
That was 10-minute opening montage of Gemma singing one song and a 10-minute closing montage of Gemma somehow singing
This is the house of the Rosens.
Long fucking awful song.
Yeah, it's
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay, now, I'm not going to say like they couldn't ever do something like they could decide like to just do it right or like write a few scripts and be like, okay, now that we've written these, we know they're trash. We need to write something different. Throw these ones out.
Don't you think that's why they're ending this? Because they know somewhere that for the main series they
can't write it better. They can't do what they need to do. So
maybe if they take individual story arcs, like one-off type stories or shorter miniseries, maybe they could tell a better story. Okay, so anyway.
honestly, you know what could kind of make this end nicely or work well or some shit is just for the last 8 episodes, just go fucking house, kill someone every fucking episode, and like every episode, it's one of our fucking original fucking crew just fucking dying.
We can't
and then stop.
Can't do it.
Stop. And then come out and go, ha ha, just kidding. You thought they had plot armor. We weren't doing new seasons of shit, new spin-offs. Just kidding. No Maggie Negan. They're both dead.
Dude,
just kidding. No Rick Grimes. He died.
Yeah, and I come out here and be like, and I think we both would applaud them for doing that kind of situation.
Subterfuge.
So okay, so we reveal Maggie's hesitancy for going to the Commonwealth because she has problems with something Herschel said not to sell the farm, so she doesn't want to go.
Like what they did with Carl. Sorry, like what they did with Carl. Hey everybody, we just negotiated a contract. Just kidding. We fired him. Expect him to die. And wait, we shouldn't have told you we fired him.
We're kicking his parents off the lot and suing them to shut the fuck up.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, and make each death more comedic than the last one. What is easier is Maggie says
a bunch of fucking rodeo clowns running out.
Maggie says the big line, what is easier isn't always better. She advises we can get by without it. So, corporate farm developers wanted to take Maggie's farm and some Herschel story about getting by. Lydia gets some Lydia music. And
so instead of living the last few years before the big fucking fall, right? Rich beyond their family's wildest fucking dreams and tasting that 1%er life, Dad made us stick it fucking out until everything fell, and then the farm got overrun by first intruders, this group of shitheads that ended up making me lose the fucking farm. One of them got my Uncle Otis eaten by fucking zombies. Are you kidding me? Everything went to shit. My dad was a fucking asshole.
And my sister's stupid. So Lydia wants something.
Wait. Did I have a sister?
No, we forgot about her. She doesn't get a mention. So Lydia wants things. She wants a better life, and Maggie can't decide for everybody. The truck comes upon some Commonwealth soldiers turned into walkers. So Maggie and her group stop the truck to investigate, and they get this artistic shot visual coming out the front of the front windshield of the camera. The camera through the front windshield while Maggie and her group kill people. So Aaron comes running down the
Oh, the
road.
key on the necklace. What was the key?
I didn't say. Was it just?
It was a key. It was a key.
It was a key
on a rope hanging from the rearview mirror.
Yeah, probably.
But a key of what?
I don't know. A key to my
it
sanity.
It looked like a house key. She locked her son up in a house somewhere. The key to
it's where the body of Beth is. I don't know. Did we finally find Beth?
The key to where they locked up the good scripts.
They locked up the good script. That's where they put anyone that wants to do anything interesting in the show. Listen, I don't mind the time
they hid Rick in.
It's where they hid Rick in. Lizard says, I don't mind the time if it was done better. The original writers had us get invested in characters, and we became emotionally involved, and they became memorable. But like people said, we need name tags. Yeah, they do. Every time one of these new characters comes on the screen, they need to put a little like tag. This is Elijah. This is Lydia.
And that's a good point, because to the point where when we're fighting Negans, the Negans, right? Whatever they were called, when we're fighting
Saviors?
The Saviors, yeah. When we're fighting them, one of the characters one of the Negans is one of the guys from season 1.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And you recognize him instantly that he's in that episode, right? Like you don't, like, even though he's only in a couple episodes in season 1 on that hillside next to the highway, his character was still developed enough, right? Like to the point where you kind of like were expecting him to come back at some point or hear from him again at some, like, I don't know. So you're right, they don't.
So Joe, this is the point in the episode where things get interesting. Aaron comes running down the road to meet up with Maggie's group. We flash back to a week earlier. Lots of flashbacks in this episode.
That's so stupid.
In this season. I don't know why they chose to do it, other than, as I mentioned earlier, a little bit
so
of
you have
smelly.
to wait to see what's going on.
Yeah, but they could have just done this in a normal framed episode, and I think it might have even been better. I don't think think this stuff added to it. Again,
I don't either.
Again, I talk about this a lot, but a show like Breaking Bad, which
does stuff like
this very well, makes a point behind it, or makes it so passively surreal that you go, oh, like something floating in a pool, like a teddy bear floating in a pool or something. Like it's so passive to what's going on or interesting to go on that it gets you invested in it. Even in a show like Lost that did stuff like this actually made it work. The Walking Dead does not pull this off well. It seems like they're doing it just for, it's like someone that can play a guitar and just go, they don't care where they put it in the song. It's like, I can just do this. Look, I can do a move. Like, this is the move. We can do off-time stuff. And it didn't serve the plot. I don't think it served the plot.
You're right. It didn't.
It's just stupid. Aaron's favorite spice is mace. I like that to the touch. At this point, so Gabriel's happy. So then we go over to Gabriel giving a sermon in a church after saying you can hear God again. He's happy. He's happy that we don't actually see any real growth. We just flash away and we see him growing, and we can see this vibe that he did grow off screen. Gabriel is talking to a whole bunch of people that he would totally lock in that room again if his life was put on the line, because that's what he did to his last group.
Yes, right. And like, are you kidding me? With his little speech, oh, you had to trust a stranger when you were out there.
Did he tell them?
Fucking strangers have tried to eat you. You fuck. Have eaten people you were with. You fuck.
Idiots.
Like, so far, it's been less than a fucking coin flip. It's not even 50-50 that you run into good people and bad people. You've mostly run into bad people. Like, well,
it's bad. It's bad. Gabriel is happy again though. He's and I love again how we see this character growth without actually seeing the character growth. It's
because it's a power trip for him.
Yeah. And
I'm sorry, that like a power trip for him.
And also, Joe, just from a simple standpoint of the show, it's easier for the writers and directors to just fast forward to say, oh, look, our character had some growth, than actually show the growth.
Yeah. No, for him, like, as far as I'm concerned, he should have come to the point now where, like, he knows that I don't even. Never mind. I can't say, like. Well, who am I to say how anybody should develop in their character? But
in fairness, Joe,
fucking stupid.
What's stopping you now? So Gabriel
right, exactly.
So yeah, Gabriel has some growth. Aaron asks Gabriel to come along as he checks out this religious group in an apartment complex near the border of Virginia. This is the group, the Riverbend, that contacted Hilltop for help as the episode started with the kid riding towards. Aaron and Gabriel are accompanied by a random dude wearing, dead dude. This is, I don't know who the fuck. And then some other guy named Toby Carlson, played by the guy from, he's been in a lot of stuff, but I think I know him from Ozark season 1, the FBI agent, I think. Like, what the fuck are these people? And then I this is me. I said, what the fuck are these people even real characters? Are they just introducing random douche guys like from cop shows at this point? We all know this is the pushy, annoying guy. He brings a small, and we know he's gonna go crazy, and he's blah blah blah. It's just the way they're introducing it. It's like we're watching procedurals here, like this, and the way that dialogue's being depicted with the groups and. I don't know. It just shows the weakness. What's happening on the show now, the more we go back to a semblance of like something that looks like a real life setup, the more the dialogue and how poorly it's written shows. Where when it was like people that were out in the wild trying to stay alive, and we're just saying things like, "Hey man, how's it going? Are you okay? We gotta live." That was enough. But now that we're having like dialogue about community politics and just shit, it just doesn't work because they can't pull off that stuff to make it sound believable to me. And it's yawn.
Like, I don't know. This dude's a ex-CIA guy, but can't manage to put together 5 minutes to talk to Gabriel and Aaron to convince them to go in and do exactly what he wants, exactly how he wants it, so he can accomplish his plan. Instead, he gives them a hard time. He gets all tough guy. He tells them there's no real plan and blah, blah, blah. And you'll just do it now. Okay. Okay, but I'm not wearing my collar.
But I'm Yeah, I'm the God won't be with us on this one, Joe.
What?
Great to see Santivia Major in the live chat. Hope you're doing great, my friend. Okay, so Gabriel says no. Aaron agrees. Douche is douching, and they talk shit. Yawn. They're on their way in. So,
Let's do it.
Let's go in an instance. Let's fight the dragon. So the 4 men go inside the apartment for a meeting with the leader, Ian. They've all grouped up for this particular instance.
Leroy Jenkins.
And we get this guy, this dude, Toby Carlson pulling a Leroy Jenkins, running in there, swinging swords and shit. So the 4 men go in. Ian goes a little overboard with his welcome. They let Aaron in with the mace.
Yeah. Oh, I don't give a fuck if it's a bitch to take off.
So, Joe, do you know what I would have said to that?
A couple of belt buckles on your fucking stump, asshole. Take the fucking thing off. Well, go wipe your ass with it in the woods. Come back later.
Do you know what my response would have been if you say Phil, it's tough to take off?
Hey Phil, it's a bitch to take off.
Oh, so it comes off? Take that thing off.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, good to hear that it comes off.
Hey, you got a hand under there.
Oh shit. That's a weapon. You let a wizard in with his staff? I mean, come on, it's just stupid.
What is that from?
The Lord of the Rings. Seriously, they just let him in with the mace. I know it doesn't come back to haunt them, but it's a bitch to take off. Okay.
Quote, Phil.
Okay.
Great quote.
Okay, you fucking assholes.
You let a wizard in and Aaron waits till he gets outside, starts swinging it at him.
Yeah, I mean, just in case.
Crushes his fucking face. This armor too. Get my armor. It's fucking foam. It looks like foam. Are you kidding me? That shit ain't bulletproof nothing.
Oh my god.
oh.
Okay, so they let Aaron in with his mace because it's a bitch to take off. They're traveling down the hallway to meet the next deep talking bad guy douche that speaks in metaphoric nonsense, and that's what I wrote before I saw the episode. So Ian got in and he's like, "Oh, you guys got the Commonwealth, you got ice cream." In fairness, I like the actor that was playing Ian. He gave a good performance in this scene, whoever he was. I don't know him from other things. Maybe I do, and I'm just not placing it. But he pulled off his shit. Not as good as Robert Patrick last season, but pretty good for a one-off kind of character for this. Better than Pope. If this guy was Pope, I would have liked the Pope storyline better. He was less ridiculous in this role.
It's all the same guy.
It is, but there's better. It is, but there's better performances of it. And this one was a slightly better performance than the last one of these that we got.
So these ones with skulls instead of the governor's fishbowl zombie.
I liked his line. Well, if you got ice cream, do you have hookers and gambling too? Like,
yeah. What? But like, that was like Negan shit. Like
it was. That's what I'm saying. That like I have to believe that this character was just an amalgamation of Governor Negan and all of them put together, and they did it in a very joking way. That's like a one time. Oh, this guy's gonna be dead. This is the foot soldier that used to be a.
He was literally all of them, right? Like, look, listen. He was the governor.
We are all Negan. We're all Negan.
Listen, he was the governor with his
He was
heads,
definitely
right?
the governor. He was mainly the governor.
He was also wasn't there like some he was a bit of all of
he was
so far.
He was popish. He was a little popish. Yep. He had the way he was talking. He was
because he was the religious aspect to this.
He was wise assy like Negan, and that's why Negan fits in with his group.
With the moral bounds of his Pope side, with the drugs and
protecting his
part,
and protecting his people and shit like that,
and the protecting of the people. He was anti-cannibalism, kinda. We don't really know so much what happened to the rest of the bodies.
Thou thinks they protest a bit too much about the anti-cannibalism stuff,
right? Like, and then on top,
we don't eat people.
So there was possibly like a touch of that group there. There was also like maybe because of like I don't know. It just, to me, this character was specifically to represent all of them.
Oh, that guy was. It's funny that Atari Death says the guy that I'm talking about was played by Michael Behan. Weird how the formula for a good scene in The Walking Dead these days is Aaron, Gabriel, and an actor from the Terminator series. that is kind of funny. But I think it's those two. I hope they do an independent movie together somewhere so that they can act again in something good. Because I just feel like those two actors have good chemistry when they're in scenes together, and they could. In another time, they could be in a buddy cop kind of movie. They would be fun. They would be fun in scenes. And anyways, so if Negan is part of this group,
apparently they're just getting back from somewhere.
If Negan is part of this group, why didn't he know that Gabriel and Aaron were there? He did. When we get to the Negan section at the end of the episode, he immediately kind of maked who they were, and he's the one that sent the guy that ends up at Maggie's gate to save them later.
And some guy with a big ball on the end of his hand is with us.
Oh, fucking.
That's
Jesus Christ. Jesus. Negan's turning into that guy when, again, to talk about Gemma, like Gemma on Sons of Anarchy. When anything happens, Negan comes out, he's like, Jesus Christ, oh my God. What's Aaron and fucking the priest doing here? Fuck. Fucking cocky locky, douchey, pooshy motherfuckers. Okay, so Ian's got he wants hookers and gambling. Yeah, he acts very much like Pope or Hale or Garth or whatever, one of those guys. So whatever, the same old, as they did early in season 11, a power-hungry warlord. I liked his line, do I need to audition? Do I need to get my tap dancing shoes on? This is the skull of the bad guy number 3. Are you a raper? Are you a cannibal? Are you a murderer? Get on your knees. Hubba-da, hubba-da. So he turns Carlson into like on a point into like sniveling and pile of mush, being like, I don't do anything. And then they have all the dudes scared for their life. But just as Ian's about to let them go after Aaron and Gabriel do some wordsmithing to get them out of there. Why would I want your stuff? Your stuff sucks. I guess I just generally love Seth Gillian when he does stuff like this. Like when he just gives this like attitude, like he does a lot of this on The Wire too. And this, I don't want your shit. Your shit sucks. Get me the fuck out of here. You stupid. Like we're here to help you. We give you food. We want to eat you. What are we fattening you up? Are you dumb?
Right. And right. We're giving away our food because we're looking for food.
Yeah. What are you, an idiot here? Like, I came in. So basically, this guy's about to let them go, and then right as he's about to let them go, Aaron and Gabriel do some real acting. For that's what I said in my notes here. I said we get some actual acting here for a second in the scene. And
you actually think that he was about to be let go? You actually think that this guy was going to say, "Okay, you can leave"?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Really?
Because I think if anything, he would have taken them capture, and then Negan would have told him, because he obviously is one big part of Negan's a big part of their group to trust, and he trusts him. Negan would say, "Let these people go. They're good."
Right. But
they would not die.
Okay. No. Not as if you were one of those 4 individuals in that room, and even though he's like, "You better not ever come back," you don't believe that's to get you to walk down the hall a little bit more calmly to where the slaughter room is, because he doesn't want to actually like fucking bloody up the floor in his office?
Probably. I mean, I'm gonna think that
that's a bit. 4 bodies is a big mess to fucking clean up.
Yeah,
right?
Especially in the zombie apocalypse. It's
you just don't want to have to do it in your office. Like, so, all right, I'm gonna let you guys go. Let's go down the hall. And, like, you do it down the hall in the fucking front.
Ahmed says the CIA. Why was the CIA?
Wash the shit out into the front.
Ahmed says, why was the CIA guy rubbing whiskey on his gums like it was cocaine?
Because he's been sober for 4 years last month, man.
And also, similar to last week or 2 weeks ago when they showed that the fucking douchebag guy in charge shooting the walkers and going crazy. They want you to know he's really bad. He's really off the reservation. He could do anything at any time. So basically Carlson goes full on and he shoots him in the arm and he takes out the henchmen, and Aaron and Gabriel are like, what the fuck's going on? Carlson then drags the man down to the common room and orders the soldiers to clear out the rest of the place. Carlson moves and suddenly his personality kind of shifts a little bit and they're confusing, but we learn what happens in another flashback for some fucking reason. Now we get back to a conversation with Carlson and Lance Hornsby. This was the worst scene in the entire episode because these are just 2 characters. I don't care if the actors are doing well in the scene or not doing well. I don't care if the writing in this scene is good or the writing isn't in the scene. These are characters that weren't introduced properly in our caricatures and came off like a bad guy scene in a Power Rangers episode. It was just really stupid.
How are we going to be evil today?
Exactly. I need you to come out of retirement.
Who's more evil?
Yeah.
Me or you?
I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy.
It's just children died. And then he turns around and gives the camera an evil smirk with his back to him. Like, does he believe me? Ooh, so fucking horrible. Written to be horrible. Like, but how the actors aren't like, are you serious? This is the scene.
But Joe, that's the question.
What? Like,
that's the question. Is it written to be horrible? Like, these scenes seem so bad to me. They have to consciously be parody. They have to. It has to, right?
Has to.
Can we give them credit a little bit for writing straight parody here?
It's ridiculously bad. It almost seems like they have interns now at this point writing who are like, this is what my college professor said makes for a good fucking show. This is what all the shows have done, isn't it? This is how we do it. This is how you tell the audience he's got something to be scheming.
I love
about.
how you put a Valley thing. Oh my God, this is like how you do it. Oh my God, Joe.
I was going for millennial.
I guess. Okay. So,
I don't know how they talk. I don't have millennials in my life, really.
So no, that's just how bad writers talk, Joe.
That's just how bad writers talk. Yes, exactly. That's what I was trying to say.
It's probably the opposite. It's probably people our age group that are trying to talk like, what do young kids like? We got to write some stuff that young kids like.
Young kids haven't seen this shit before.
This is new. They're going to love this. Okay, so now we go back to the conversation Carlson had with Lance Hornsby just before trip to Riverland. We learned that Carlson is an ex-CIA, former assassin, but he's not really interested in this line of work anymore. You got to come out of the game, kid. We need you. We need you to do one last mission here. And the slime ball Lance persuades him to go, come on, buddy. You got to go get this Ian guy for the team, for the Commonwealth. Go to the Commonwealth. And... yeah, it's bad.
So Santavia, they played basically the middle segment, then the first segment, and then the third segment.
Yes.
As a non-linear storytelling, like Atari Dad is saying. It was set that they started each segment with its intents and told the beginning part of the following segment or something. It was a little strange.
It was a little peculiar. It
didn't work, but it didn't take away from the storytelling of the episode. It may have worked better.
No, but Joe, other shows have done things like this better and
much better.
Like even How I Met Your Mother's done this much, much better in the sense of like the Barney story, this story. Like sitcoms have been doing this a lot better than this did it, and Sopranos has done stories like this better, or other
because. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Oh no, you didn't. I was done.
Here's the thing. The way this episode starts, right? It starts with us having the exact same reaction Maggie has when this chick brings back the map that the dead kid had. Who was he? Why do we fucking care? Get over it. Move on. Right? Like, am I wrong about that?
No, that was it.
Like, that's how I kind of felt.
Move on. Next. Next. Okay, so that explains how Carlson had the Jack Bauer-like skills, and it explains what he was looking for. Dude freaks out. Ian gets self-righteous, and Gabriel, whatever. We see the man on horseback at the beginning is the same man who went with Aaron, Gabriel, and Carlson. He's able to escape, although he was shot by the Commonwealth soldier on his way out. So Aaron tells Maggie,
and see, that's another thing that makes no sense to me is for this mission, yes, let's still bring in the kid in training who's obviously super fucking nervous in general and indecisive about everything he's opened his mouth to or even movement he has made. Maybe we leave him behind at town or at camp at the very least and not bring him in with us.
Yeah, absolutely. So he wasn't a good pick. I don't even know why he was there because the plot told him.
Why would the CIA guy let this kid come?
I don't know. He doesn't give a shit. Like,
is he thinking it makes his cover look better? Like,
no, none of it makes sense, honestly, unless he forced himself there. So now we get the biggest flashback of them all, Joe. We see the view of the horseback man making his escape, but he runs into a familiar face just before getting shot. It's the one. It's the only. It is our good buddy Negan. Yes, Negan.
He's already found himself a lady friend
and a new group. The lady friend is quickly.
But we don't know that he's with that group yet.
No, but
like at this point.
But we get at least a partial inkling in the way that he's able to sort of push orders in the mission thing, and they're sort of one mind going on. So it seems like he's pretty ingrained into this particular group. Is at least
real quick, huh? 30 days, boom.
Real quick. Group. Real quick. Doesn't take Negan. Doesn't take this guy long.
Found a group of 40 people, obviously not so far away from the hilltop. Because it was just a short drive.
No,
right?
And he's about to be the leader of them because that dude died, and Negan's gonna slime his way into to being in charge again. So the new saviors. So he joins. I swear this. So despite telling Maggie he was going out of town, he's here with another group, and they seem to really trust him. So now we have Negan and the other Riverbend trapped in the apartment complex while Carlson's snuffing out the threat. This is how to keep things safe. And the Commonwealth soldiers, he just starts throwing people off the roof randomly. And like when they switch off camera, like they show him throw 2 people off the roof, but then they
hear like 6 more.
Yeah, dude, it becomes comical, dude. It's like off camera you just hear like this comic like just people fall. It almost sounded like it was trapped on a loop of some kind.
That was great. It was actually kind of good.
Yeah, it was funny as hell. I don't know if it was intentionally funny as hell, but it was fucking hilarious.
And here's the thing. I think one of the like lines out of Negan or someone's mouth next is, or Gabriel, I think is one that says it. We need to get the fuck. I want those weapons not to give to them, but to fight, because they are never letting any of us leave here alive. They just threw 6 people off. Me and dude, I punched him. He killed one of the soldiers. We're not going back to town. They're not going to let us back. They're not letting any of us live. Period. None of us live.
And I love how there was the when Negan bumps into Gabriel, the way Gabriel says, "Oh, hey, Negan," it was almost again like a sitcom comedy. Like it needed like a laugh track right there. "Oh, hey, Negan, what's going on?" It was, oh, Negan, hi, what's up, everybody?
Should have known.
Yeah, exactly. It could have been that line, or almost you want to hear everyone in the background. Norm, everyone. Oh, great to see you. Great to see Negan. It was totally a moment like that. You almost heard the laugh track. No flashbacks of Carl yet. I don't think the actor's allowed on set. I think he's talked a little bit too much crap about the show. He actually admits when shit's shit. They don't like that. So Negan breaks out, and Gabriel and Negan have this comedic hello. So then we see this dude massaging his gums with booze to show that he doesn't drink anymore, but he drinks when he goes crazy. And he also, just to show you that he's a little wacky, he takes a small group to the top of the building, and and this is where he just pushes people off. and
like after, I'm sorry,
so
Phil,
funny.
me and you are on our knees in front of that. I don't even know how we let ourselves get put in that position without getting shot or severely beaten like to an inch of my life beforehand.
Yeah,
anyway,
I'm probably getting killed, getting caught, but yes.
Right, but right after he pushes you, so we're there, right? Right after he pushes you off, because I'm just thinking you're the first one that he pushes.
Yeah, wait, why do I have to go first?
Because, like, if that's the way it goes down, even, like, as I'm standing there in front of it, I know he's going to push me off, or you off. Like, as soon as I feel like he's within a half a fucking foot of me, I am lunging it any way I can to grab onto him and like, jump off with him or fall off with him or roll off with him.
Yeah, like hook.
Because fuck him.
Yeah, hook my chin around his knee and drag him.
Anything, like
him.
Bite onto his pant leg and before I fall. Anything that I fucking can to like not let this motherfucker live. Like what? I don't understand how you've lived this long through the apocalypse, and these aren't like the attitudes and the mindset that you've decided like needs to be gone with. At the first sign of aggression, you kill everybody in the aggressor's group, period. The first time someone like you're meeting a new group and someone decides to give you attitude, we're not going to be this group's friend. I'm going to start shooting, and that's it. That's it. I don't like your attitude. You don't get to be our friends. Like, I'm sorry. Maybe I don't live long in the zombie apocalypse. Maybe I don't. But, like, at least, like, I ain't getting fucking Otis. I ain't, like... like...
Poor Otis.
It just ain't happening. Like,
poor Otis. Guy's throat is slit.
Like threaten me, the CIA agent. Like, okay, I'll do what you want, and like just know that you'll be dead by morning. I don't even have to say it. I don't have to make any threats about it. I don't have to go back at him because ultimately I got 100 ways I could probably kill you if I am the CIA assassin you've been talking about, where it looks like a fucking accident, where it looks like you did it to yourself, where it looks like some random fucking person did it to you, like anything, right? Are you fucking kidding me?
No,
you
we
are
need
not safe, dude.
we need
you
the-
are not safe.
We need the priest and the guy with the mace in his hand to distract him for a second so he gets to gunpoint and can kind of do some ninja moves at the last second. That's the plan because it works. So he takes a small group to the top of the building. He pushes people off. None of these people seem to know anything about the stolen goods. This seems to be a false positive, like if someone's lying, but no one seems to actually know anything. As Negan says, if the stuff was stolen, what's her name's character, the new main character that I don't know her name yet, if she would tell the truth, she doesn't hold back. So, but who are these new folks? I don't care. So where's the guns? I don't believe them. But he just keeps pushing people off as he gives his speech. So Aaron and Gabriel are two awesome characters, and the end of our episode basically ends with that, with him sending off his soldiers into the building to kill everybody that doesn't tell them where the guns are, where this shipment is, and
two to run off after Aaron.
Right, and two to run after Aaron, and then
so hold on.
And now Maggie shows up, and then all of them our group is going to help evacuate.
Maggie, what's her name? What's his name? And Aaron again show back up.
Right, they're all gonna help evacuate Negan and all of these people, and then they're gonna all hide at Maggie's place, and then Daryl and the rest of the Commonwealth are gonna show up there.
Okay.
To be like, fuck you, give us these people. You need to open up because these people are enemies of the Commonwealth.
Okay, now here is.
That's what's gonna happen.
Dude said there was 12 of them.
Is that how many you said?
Is that including Aaron and the priest and himself? When the kid says that before he rides off, he tells Negan there's 12 of them. So if that's the case,
probably
that's minus 3. That leaves them with 9. Aaron kills 1. The chick kills 1. That leaves them with only 7. And now,
but one of them is Jack Bauer, though.
But now we also have 2 guns. Yeah, but we have a Negan, and we have an Aaron, and we have the badass priest,
and
all
Maggie.
with plot armor, maybe except Aaron and the priest, right?
And
Maggie, plot armor, right? So we know who's winning this fight. We know where this goes. Maybe we lose Aaron. Maybe we lose Gabriel. Yay.
Yeah.
We
can't have this.
We lose none of them because
we can't have this good acting on the show. We need to get rid of one of them. They can't let these good episodes
seep through. They're showing everybody else up.
Yeah, it's not really what they're trying to do here. So
the acting has never been a problem. The acting really has never been a problem, with a few exceptions here and there. I've never really found.
Yeah, me neither.
It's mostly the writing is the bad part of
maybe a little bit with Eugene sometimes, but that's beside the point. That's just because he's a comedic character that is forced to give a little bit too much to lean on. So there's not much else I want to say about this particular episode of The Walking Dead. So we're not gonna expand too far on it. That's basically it as we're leading into next week's episode. We'll be back next week to talk about yet another episode of The Walking Dead. Also, if any other entertainment topics come up between now and then, we'll mention those as well. Joe, I don't know. I know you're not a big trailer watcher, but that's what we did last week. I watched the Better Call Saul trailer and the Boys trailer.
Nope.
And also, we talked a little bit about an announcement that George R.R. Martin made recently that is kind of potentially sad about the future of Winds of Winter.
No, not another 2 years.
Maybe he's focusing more on writing another Dunk and Egg novella and more of the HBO cinematic Game of Thrones universe series that are going to be coming out in the next couple of years.
Fucking asshole.
And he's not working on it, but it's no longer his top priority because
that's because it was ruined by those other fucks.
Right. So
he
he's
give a shit
he's
anymore.
going
he
in.
knows the ending he had written. Everybody thought was stupid, and all the different ways he's tried to get there, like he ends up looking back and going, "It's still just as stupid. They're right. It's stupid. I'm glad I didn't write that stupid ending. Now I have to fucking write that stupid ending. Maybe I can just delay it. I am like probably not in really great health and kind of old. Maybe I can die before I have to finish it. Before it gets like." There's other things I can do that'll make people happy. That's all I gotta say. Go George.
Yeah.
Run away, George. Run away.
Yeah,
Just change it. Just change it. Fuck David Dan. Don't do that ending. Do whatever the fuck you want. It's your story. So what? You told them that's what you wanted. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. Bring fucking Dunk back from the dead as like king of the fucking North. Some shit. Who cares?
Jesse, it is very good. I've been watching that, and I believe I'll be doing something on that at some point. The show Severance on Apple TV, Ben Stiller show. It's good stuff. We could have a live motherfucking chat on All of Us Are Dead. Is that another Walking Dead spinoff kind of thing? Is that the new? That's the special that's gonna air and stuff? Probably not, but we might talk about it next week if we get a chance to watch it. If that's what I think it is. But yeah, no, we'll be back next week to talk about the next episode of The Walking Dead. I think it's a special, like a Walking Dead special or something, but I could be wrong.
No, I don't think it is. I feel like it's something different, and it's already been on, isn't it? I feel like it's a series it's on, and
I'll do
it's like a Korean zombie shit, and it like.
Oh yeah. Okay, I was wrong. It is, but it's
Is it like part of Train from Bhutan or something?
It aired in January. I have not watched it. Did you check?
Train to Bhutan was fucking amazing. I'll say that.
Did you check
if you ever get a chance, watch Train to Bhutan. I think I checked out All of Us Are Dead for like 5 minutes and then turned it off.
Okay, so probably not. Lizard said Korean zombie show on Netflix. I'll try to check it out at some point and maybe mention it on one of these shows at some point, or maybe that might be a fun live watch to make Joe come by one time and we'll live watch a couple of episodes of it at some point in time. But everybody, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Joe, thank you as always. Let me find this fucking music here. If you haven't already and you enjoy this, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, share the channel with a friend. Thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you everyone that just watches The Walking Dead to be able to watch our silly podcast. We appreciate when people do that. And some part of the reason why we do this is just for an excuse to keep talking to you guys that have been joining us for all these years. And that doesn't mean we're not going to do more new shows in the futures and movies and topics and shit like that. But you know, sometimes you gotta finish the when you gotta drink.
Finish what you started.
Yeah, that solution that you have to drink to eventually poop to go have that procedure. You know, the colon procedure. You gotta drink all of it.
Barium.
Yeah, you gotta drink all the barium to get it all out. We're drinking a lot of barium here, but this was a decent episode of The Walking Dead, I have to say. For the standard of the show that we're in right now, I will also give this a C+, B- Walking Dead kind of episode.
We're down to grading it like a fucking report card.
Yeah.
Oh god, I am abstaining from letter grades for you, Walking Dead. You suck.
You suck. Talk to you guys next week.
Get better. Be better. Do your fucking job.
Get good. Get good.
Get good. Again.
Peace. Good night.